stuck. I don't know. You have that one guy who did no deaths master mode for the worthy, which I'm not even gonna pretend to understand that level of psychoticism. No idea. Somebody would show the killing of the Moon Lord. I'm just gonna take it as fact because I don't care enough to check. Seriously. I mean, honestly, the idea that I was going with is what's that? Always a good sign. Always a good sign. Mm-hmm. No, that was the time before. Last time we were taking on Duke Fishron and shit like that, but we got everything. Well, I still don't have the wings. So that was, I think, one of the last things we were looking for. But beyond that, I think we got just about everything we want Duke Fishron wise. Yeah, I still got the steampunk wings, but I'm fine with that. Yeah, that was another one of those little tidbits that I remember doing a lot of farming of. Check our how many ore. Yeah, so. I'm not saying anything. I don't want to get in trouble. Besides, I already want to talk about other things that'll get me in trouble. Well, the thing that gets me, line crossing, I am not saying this as a supporter of anyone, but why exactly is Russia slash Putin the bad guy right now? I mean, I understand he's bad because, you know, he's the reason why we wanted to hate Trump and all that jazz, but in legit sense, why is Putin the bad guy? And so, from the libertarian perspective, you know, he's breaking the non-aggression principle. Okay, I can get behind that. But one of the things I remember somebody talking about, I still haven't looked into it, is that I'm not going to deny that either. Where was the chlorophyte? Okay. So I was actually thinking that, like, we should be perfectly fine, but I guess if we have to go for more, because if I remember it, I collected a couple of hundred. We're gonna want a lot of bullets, including or regardless of the whole ammo box. That'll give us a 25% chance of not burning ammo. But yeah, no, I remember hearing from somebody, because I obviously know just as much as most of the other people who are claiming to be informed about Eastern Europe and or the whole Eurasia area is there was some sort of contract or agreement between, I guess, Russia and Ukraine in one area, talking about how certain things would be done, but they weren't being done. So that's part of the reason why Russia's, getting uppity about it. Then you have the fact that even somebody like Tulsi Gabbard's like, hey, if we just tell Russia that we'll never, ever, ever, ever allow Ukraine to become part of become part of NATO, this will completely make NATO, de-aggro. But I don't know if that's true either. But people right now are straight up, no, no, no. Russia slash Putin are evil. And it's like, but, well, why? Like, because he was KGB, I guess? But isn't our KGB is essentially CIA, and or Bush Senior was CIA, so like Bush Senior was just as evil as I don't know. I find this all to be very stupid, but then again, at the same time, I don't trust the media, so that also makes me highly skeptical of 1,000 different things. Also, so yeah, no, I'm sitting here. It's just like, oh well, Putin bad. Why Putin bad? Because Putin bad. No, no, give me like one or two examples. Putin bad. Okay, I guess I'll have to do my own research later. Yeah, U.S. has never invaded another country. Well, actually, the thing that still really makes me laugh is something that Tim Pool's been harping on for a while now. Is I play Civilization, and one of the things I do in Civilization is I go for technological supremacy and then just a little bit of defense force, but I never go out conquering. And I'm sitting there going, you've never played Beyond Prince difficulty. You can never have played Beyond Prince difficulty because even hitting King difficulty, if you try to play, I'm gonna be a technocrat with a small army, you're gonna get destroyed quickly. Well, no, not even an R-Star play. Because think about it. I remember you laughing at me about this too. But I started off with my country, and I have my capital, then like two other cities, and then one time out of nowhere, I think it was the Aztecs. All of a sudden, I'm surrounded by Jaguar warriors, and I got abolished by fucking warriors. And you denied that. It's like, nah, no, there's no way that it happened to you. It's like, oh my god, it's fucking happening. So yeah, no, I look at what he's saying. Don't get me wrong. When you're playing on low tier game or low tier difficulty, yes, I agree that is totally a way you can play Civilization and win. But once you start dancing with the devil on the higher difficulties, there's no way you're going for a technological victory because you can't. It is quite literally impossible due to the fact that they'll get almost 3 times your science and 3 times your build time, or quarter or 1/3 your build time. You have, because I was about to say that's straight up there with like, yeah, I could win early game on deity. I just kind of have to use the Germans. I mean, like that has any real legitimate effect. It's just the Germans, and anytime you take it a barbarian cam, you get a free unit, which allows you to, no, 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 totally deity easy, just German irrelevant. Yeah, I got all my potion. Oh, I need to grab my gun. Yeah, there you be. Oh, where is, or is the chlorophytes all in the webs? I don't even know if there is a quick way to cycle ammo. Uh, true. Well, I was thinking about, throwing in some Icar bullets or whatnot, but yeah, no, I mean, I guess if you don't want to, we don't have to, but Icar bullets and chlorophyte bullets. I burned most of my Icar. Okay, hold on a sec. Pansy. But yeah, no, like I was saying, is outside of the whole non-aggression aspect when it comes to libertarianism, Putin bad, or Russia bad. Why Russia bad? Because Putin. Well, why is Putin bad? Because Russia. Yeah. Decisions, yeah. Well, and this is where I kind of laugh at, say, Tim Pool now, because that's one of those things he was talking about where it's like, Putin's losing the information propaganda war because you have you have Russian citizens that are denouncing Russia's attack on the Ukraine on Twitter. What? Aren't you part of the group that says Twitter ain't real life? What you're saying is nonsensical. I'm good to go. That's right. Hold up, hold up, hold up. On the left if you handle the right. Try to handle the right. God damn. I'm dead. I got hit like 4 times before I was holding the right, so I was mostly dead already. But yeah, no, like I was talking to some other people earlier today. It's like, you know what? The fact that I'm pretty much in a constant state of I don't trust the media makes it to where when they start telling me things like, well, Russia bad, Putin bad, or what have you, it's like, well, why? Because. No, not because. Why? Because. No, that's a new one. Look at the health bar. You might want to play in the right area because the left has a bunch of laser turrets. Okay, I've cleared out the left side. Squirrel! Squirrel! This is hysterical. I'm loving it. Keep juking, keep juking. Don't know why people... Everyone in Independence Day was a bunch of bitches, that's all I gotta say. Got pushed in the beam. Laser! 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 I can only imagine the silly dreams you're gonna have tonight. What? Just because you ran back and forth? Running back and forth, I don't think earns you keys. No, but you know what does earn you keys? Grabbing the keys. Where the fuck? There. Seriously. Hold up. I, yeah, I'm fine either way. I got a lizard! Lizard! Yeah, speedy lizard. The lizard has better hops, but oh, throw me your banners, please. Of course, based on what just happened, maybe I should put the banners in the house. Yeah, I think first chunk of banners are going into the house, you know, for decoration purposes. No, that was actually one of the things I was thinking to tell you to do is while you're going back and forth, get some goddamn summons out. You know, juke left, juke right. Pissing my pants in motion, you know, just shit happens. Scots. Because initially I wasn't deeming the saucer the thing to use it on, and then after we got killed twice, it's like okay, well, I probably should be doing chlorophyte. But at that point, we were already in the throes of it. And besides, at that point, it's also like, well, why weren't we using potions? Had a couple of those I probably should have been using too. Yeah. Well, nothing was really coming into the house. They weren't opening doors. Which would be a you thing, because I always do the auto door open close thing. Huh. I was thinking we were closer in time, actually, because of how dark it was, but guess that's just still one of the shadiness of the game. Quest. Scarab fish caught in desert. Yeah, whatever. A little sad that we don't have a full fishing suit yet. Well, along with the fishing accessory bonus, but whatever. Taco burrito. Yeah, might as well. Of course, now I'm feeling silly. There it is. Uh, the first rod I could find was the mechanic or the Souls rod, which was not that good. And then I was able to find myself a mechanical rod, so which is better. Bitter, batter, butter. Welcome to the wonderful world of fishing. Fishing without bait. Big brain right here. That's right, big brain. Calling big brain. Don't question my awesomeness. Only pansies fish without are fish with bait. Those of us who are awesomeness fish without bait. So, for those of you who weren't here for said production, the reason we are on what is considered a floating biome. Part of the reason it's a floating biome, well, it's a floating biome. Why it's floating is because we want to protect certain biomes from getting corrupted. So, yeah, it's made so that if and when corruption spreads psychotically, we don't have to worry about it. We will always have said biome. Now, I was initially the person who came up with the big brain idea of putting a little lake in there so that you also have a lake that is unaffected uh by corruption, thus allowing for constant dedicated areas of not only teleportation but also fishing rates. Of course, the biggest brain was the guy who came up with shit. The biggest brain is the guy who came up with the universal fishing biome area. I'm not even gonna pretend to know how big brained you have to be for that shit, because that's psychotic. Yep, hold up. Yeah, no, like the amount. There's the fish we need to turn in. Yeah, no, that guy, that individual, that's straight up some psychotic big brain stuff that I not even gonna pretend I'm in the same realm as that. That's intense. Yeah, I got gold and goddamn. Little vlog, giant wheel or what have you. I don't know. After that last little beating, I think I'd rather focus on trying the Empress out. Yep. You don't want to spend the first couple hours just collecting lace wings. I'll leave that to you. I mean, part of the reason. Yeah. Of course, I guess the other question is are we going to be switching over to hollow armor or just running with what we got, meow? True, but at the same time, we are built for melee and minion damage and not range. Mm-hmm. That's true. Let's run with what we got now. Ready when you are. Ready. Fucking hell. Apparently, I am the sexiest thing alive. Jesus. Yeah, she teleports a lot when she likes you. Fucking hell, I'm about to die. Boarding. Dead. Damn it. So yeah, I guess we might want to. Well, either A, we do the hollow gear, since that's ultimately what we're gonna be doing, taking on the bastard or the bitch, technically. Or we, like you said, go for Spectre gear. God, even with a 25% chance to not spend a bullet, I've burned over 600 bullets. So if I go full hollow ranged gear, oh fuck berries, this isn't hollow or range, this is melee. Do we have enough hollow that I can make myself? mask, headgear, hood, helmet. We want helmet. Okay, so that'll put me at 51 range damage and 42% chance for critical strike. And my defense is at 54, going for pure hollow range or gear. Which I find understandable. No, the one thing, if you want to take care of that, is I think we should probably, we should manicure. The things that were coming to mind for me is A, we actually manicure the area over there, at least have some like low level platform. Because there's a couple areas where I landed where my ability to move left and right was an issue. So whether we mine everything out or not. And then B, the thing that was coming to mind is kind of like what you were saying, or yeah, what you were saying earlier is, let's get us some more chlorophyte bullets and what have you. Yeah, Shroommite all the way up till. But yeah. Well, I was more thinking, more general sense of Shroommite's gonna be the best until we get to um, um, solar armor or deity. Moon Lord armor. Yeah. I'm assuming you can take care of that. Yeah, no, and I agree with that idea, that perspective is we do the nighttime to get the infinite flight, then once we get the infinite flight, we go to daytime. think we got close to 50%. But yeah, no, from what I can tell, the chain gun that we have is the best weapon because it has the highest fire rate. But then again, we're still kind of using and focusing on daylight hard mode. No. I don't want to play with these people. They're scary. Mhm. You know, I'm still kind of trying to remember who I heard it from. But they were talking about how, when you hear something going on the news, my initial thought now is maybe. Well, and that's where the whole maybe comes in. Like, something happened in California, New York, Florida, wherever. Something happened. And it's like, okay, maybe. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there is an incident, and it's reached a level where it's like, okay, now we're going to report on it. But at the same time, yeah, no, and that just is Russia is invading Ukraine. Is Russia indiscriminately going around killing civilians for fun? Maybe. Is Ukraine going up to Russian soldiers and just be like, you know what, you're invading our country, you useless evil people? Because guess what? There have been accounts now where they're like, hey, if you're a Russian individual and you're inside of our country, we're going to execute you, no questions asked, no quarter given. Is that legit or is that not legit? I mean, maybe. It wasn't covered by the news, but it was something that was posted on the internet. So, maybe? Maybe. Oh, we've most definitely said worse than this. But yeah, no, I just, like I said, I just look at what's being said, I hear what's being said, and I'm like, you know what? For a world power that we have been almost trained to be afraid of for years now, I'm underwhelmed. Like, so, like, seriously? Russia. Russia's bad. Russia's scary. Unless it's under Obama, in which case, Russia, it's Russia. They're all good and whatnot. So, is Russia bad or is Russia not bad? Russia is whatever Democrats say. I don't sign up for this. I want to know if he's bad or not. But hell yeah, no. Even talking to my parents, they're not left leaning at all, but they're straight up on Putin's a bastard. And it's like, okay, let's pretend Putin's a bastard. Why is the invasion of Ukraine bad? Because thus far, like I said earlier, the only thing I could say about the invasion of Ukraine is Putin's being the aggressor, and that violates the non-aggression pact or agreement. Blah blah blah. Outside of that, why is Putin bad? Because Putin bad. He's killing civilians. Civilians are dying in this conflict. Yes. Are you saying that they're literally going out and be like, "Are you a civilian?" Yeah. Bam. Eh, that sounds like propaganda. I don't think that's what's happening. We'll arrest you now. Come over here. We'll give you food. Yay! So, yeah, no, I just I listen to what's happening, and like I said, the most I can say is maybe because I don't trust the media. I don't care what media it is, and it's funny because another thing that's been amusing is one of the things that Daddy Big Tech has been doing for a while now, or maybe Mommy Big Tech, who knows, is we need to censor bad information. In which case, now all of a sudden, Russia Today or whatever, RT, now that's been censored like worldwide, and it's like you're that afraid of Russian propaganda that you're literally making it illegal. What the fuck? I mean, yeah, I just keep. Yeah, no, and all I can say is I keep thinking back to Game of Thrones. You cut out somebody's tongue, you're not proving them wrong. You're just saying you're afraid of what they're saying. I mean, seriously, you should be parroting what Russia is saying if what Russia is saying is wrong. But no, they're not doing that, which is terrifying in its own right, but we're not supposed to talk about that. We're kicking ass. Yeah, you're kicking ass. Sure you are. No, no. Like I said, I'm hitting straight up conspiracy theory at this point because, like, everything that's happening just sounds stupid and wrong. Everything. In which case, it's like, no, I can't get behind any of this because all of this sounds too stupid. But that beeth me. Well, I honestly think the biggest threat with what's going on right now is that America over overcommits to the Ukrainian front. In which case, um, China will go in to invade Taiwan. Now, why does Taiwan matter? I honestly have no fucking clue. I really don't. But apparently this matters. And to be fair, if America allows Taiwan to get taken over for whatever reason, that's ultimately going to show America is now, lost 2 to 3 inches on its member. In which case, that's going to lead to a lot of things. That's all I assume. Not know, I assume. But yeah, no, when it comes straight down to it, why does Taiwan matter? Like, And this is the fascinating thing. The little bit that I know when it comes to China and whatnot is Taiwan was the well was is whatever the fascistic aspect of the the Chinese population during World War II. And huh? Well, you made it. All goes to you, I would say then. Besides, you tend to have better survivability. Yep. Of course, now that we don't care about it, it's raining all the goddamn time. But yeah, no, it's one of those historical things that I still need to look into because it's like, okay, why does China care about Taiwan? And the only thing that I could figure out is Taiwan is the place that the fascists of World War II Chinese people ran to after Mao became, dictator of China. And so they're the fascists and Mao or China is the communists. Now, is Taiwan still fascistic? Were they just the fascists and then they were like, yeah, no, fascism ain't for me type thing? I have no clue. And that's actually one of those things where I was thinking that Putin was doing a bit of a troll because he's like, hey, you know what? Ukraine? Ukraine has a bunch of fascists in it, so we're just going in to take care of the fascists. And from what I understand, there's actually a sizable amount of fascists in Ukraine, for all I fucking know. In which case, is Putin anti-fascist? In which case, hey, what's going on, America? Aren't you anti-fascist too? I mean, I listened to what's his name from the guy who does the night show or what? Well, one of the night shows where it's like if you see one swastika, everyone is a Nazi, and there's apparently plenty of pictures of Ukrainians with Nazi flags in them, so they're all Nazis, right? I don't know what the rule. Well, I know what the purported rules are, but at the same time, I'm just sitting here going, yeah, I'm gonna be grabbing potions, and I'll be ready to go. Okay, ready. Because of meteorological events. Yes. Leave me alone. Already dead. Good times. that's annoying. It attacked, or it focused on me for a second, then she just disappeared. Like I said, man, I think we need to curate over there, like, have one or two areas of platforms or something like that that we could jump up and down and around on. But yeah, no, that bitch was focusing on me too quickly and early where, you know what, I'm actually, if you wouldn't mind, I will totally take back that, um, the fucking card keys. Either that or we need to get to the Mood Lord and get some SDMG or something like that, because right now we're hitting the point of we're just being stupid, I guess. Well, it's not that they're fast enough, it's just the fact that I won't have to worry about verticality or horizontal, like heading left and right as long as I can maintain. Because when she focus, if I can just maintain and go right or left, that'll be amazing. Behind you. I don't think we can. No, we only got 4 hours left. I don't think you even want to try to do it right now. Do you? 40 minutes? And it's 3:26 a.m. That's what I was saying is I don't think we have enough time. You made it sound like we did. Okay, that's where I was like, wait, seriously? You know the problem with the war in Ukraine is chicks on OnlyFans aren't getting paid. That has been a legit complaint about this conflict. But what? Think about the OnlyFans girls. They're not getting paid. People are dying, but thank God. Only, I mean, it proves. What's her name? Hillary Clinton, right? You know who the main sufferers of war are? It's the women. I mean, if OnlyFans girls aren't getting paid, the world is just straight up suffering. But what about the people being shot and killed? No, 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 no. It's all about the OnlyFans. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. I really don't. But thankfully, Swift or what have you has moved, and now OnlyFans girls can be paid for their service during this time of unrest and conflict. And people keep telling me, huh? Why would we? I was. I think. Oh, lunar. Okay. Yeah, no, I was thinking like you. I was. You were saying I was saying take on like solar eclipse or whatnot. I was like, why the fuck would I take on a solar eclipse right now? Um, we could. Right now I'm fishing. I mean, we kind of do. We'll just take it on where um that doesn't make any goddamn sense. I Well, yeah, and that I would say do terraforming. A, terraform the ground. B, terraform uh the sky. So, 'cause I honestly think we just need a little bit of work when it comes um to the Empress. But when it comes to the Moon Lord, I think we have enough. We just have to go up to the third tier, the highest dirt walkway, as it were. If you don't mind, teleport to the ocean biome, please. God damn it. Do you have it? Check your inventory. What's it? Oh, there's two in the box now. Well, that's great. Well, that's what we want. I've already turned one in. I don't know why we have a spare. Why were there? Alright, so put down. Oh, there it is. Hold on a sec. Come over here. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, for no other reason, I'm half tempted to go to the Moon Lord just so I can. I believe that unlocks one of the best, the second best fishing rod. Guess that's true. We need to get those stupid um, whatever those bars are. But yeah, no, random spoiler. Fuck, I forgot the count. I think there's about 4 more episodes left on Attack on Titan, and if it's literally gonna be wrapped up in 4 more episodes, I'm gonna be very pissed off because they've done a lot where it's like, oh wow, that's intense. I don't think they can wrap this up properly in like 4 or 5 episodes. So hopefully, well, hopefully not hopefully, there's more than like this is half the final season or what have you. So maybe there's another 12 coming up. But yeah, no, I actually, to be fair, the first was 16 episodes. This is supposed to be 12 episodes. Either way. No, I agree with you on that one, but seriously, like, I don't think, like, I already have a certain amount of issues, but I don't think that they're going to be able to wrap this shit up in the final 4 or 5 episodes that they have left. Because I think 8 episodes have, well, 8 episodes have been translated, I should say. So, chances are that means 9 episodes have been done. In which case, there's 4 episodes left to be translated, 3 episodes left to be aired. But yeah, no matter how I look at it, like, episode, like, I don't know, 4, 5, and 6, like, there was a lot of lore type information in there that it was straight up a punch to the diaphragm and a punch to the temple. Like, this literally fucked with the entire understanding and timeline of the show. But they haven't exactly. It slight retconning, but not bad retconning. I can't say anything without spoiling. There was some, like, what happened in, like, let's say episode 4. I don't remember the precise episode. What happened in episode 4 literally redefined the entire show. The entire fucking show. So, yeah, no, there was a slight retconning. And I actually think it was an interesting retconning. But at the same time, if they're not going to capitalize on it, it's some useless bullshit, in which case, I'm angry. But, oh yeah, no, they did some shit in there where it's like, oh, seriously? So, I don't know if they're going to be able to capitalize on, I don't know, like, at this point, and this is, I feel dirty for saying this. It kind of feels like they're getting close to something akin to Game of Thrones in the final season. It's almost like we just want to get this done. And even though they literally just did some epic level shit where it's like, oh dear God, that's amazing. It's kind of like they're going, okay, now, the end. What? No. You can't just end this at this point. Doing that is horrible bullshit. So, I so yeah, no, I'm straight up hoping. Well, either A, that this half isn't the final half, it's like the final third or some horseshit. And B, that the final 4, 5, 6, whatever episodes, because I don't remember the exact count, are they have to be epic, because the last two have been fairly lackluster, where the 2 or 3 prior to that have been straight up, like, well, I think I've told you this before, but for the rest of everyone on the internets, when you're watching a show, a movie, whatever, if the show ends and you're like, wait, it's over? And you look at the time and it's like, no, that was just straight up, that was 30 minutes, that was 40 minutes, that was an hour, what have you. And if that is what happened, guess what? That's a great show. If it ends and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I guess that was 20 minutes or whatnot, then it's an alright show. And then obviously if it's like, oh, hey, look, it was only an hour long, but it felt like it was 3 hours, that's a horrible show. You should never touch that. So, the last 2 episodes, they've been 20 minutes. I'm gonna go take a piss real quick. Well, hopefully catch more lace wings, I guess. But yeah, no, the last 2 episodes, they've been fairly lackluster, and I'm actually getting a little angry, especially if there's only 4 or 5 more episodes left. In which case, I don't think they're going to be able to give it a proper wrap up. In which case, I'm going to become very, very angry when it comes to the Attack on Titan show. And because of my experience and my cynical nature, you're probably right. Right now, I'm literally hoping, my biggest hope right now is that the quote unquote, final season second part is going to be second season, second part, and there's a third season, final season, final part, or what have you. Hey, you know what? I fucking hope they do that, because I will be straight up happy if they do that. If they don't do that, this is gonna end the same way Game of Thrones ended. In which case, I might burn down buildings. Like they. Yeah, no, like that's straight up like list of. I mean, I love this show, obviously, but it's totally possible it's gonna end on just straight up, I shat on myself. Okay, I'm here. Ready? I don't know why she thinks I'm sexy, but yeah, this flying car is straight up helping. Like I said, I don't know why she does. Looks like she might think you're sexy now. So just as a heads up, I stopped by the nurse to heal myself. And it's off me now. No, 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 I hate that attack. I hate it. Whoa. It's on me now. I'm dead. I was gonna say, dude, the nurse is... Yeah, she's gonna disappear now. Nurse is in the fucking, snow biome. Bed sound. No. Mhm. No titties, straight up balls. Yep. Well, let's go for the other dick pounding. Let's take on the cultists and do the pillars and what have you. I know, what a horrible thing to do. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of continuing to be, Tuesday punted by the Empress. So we need to do something to change the dynamic of that. Okay. This is actually quite pathetic, but I guess kind of like what Zyonix was saying earlier, I guess maybe we actually always taken on the Empress with post Moonlord gear, which would mean that ultimately we've been running, or we would be going in there with literally the best things. Like we'd be going in with, I don't remember what the armor was, but the um no, not Stardust, but whatever. What are the end game armors that is meant to increase range damage? Which I have to admit, I didn't think we were. I thought no, because you want Hollow, and you want the Master Ninja gear. So I wonder if maybe during some of the tweaks since the last time we legitimately played this game, if maybe they switched up what the Empress does, because I mean we were able to drop the Empress of Light on day mode, I think in like 4 tries. And Empress of Light day mode is straight up one shot, one kill. Hmm. And I agree with that wholeheartedly too. But at the same time, I'm just trying to generalize where some of our issues have been. Like, because she thought I was sexy 90% of the time, and I was doing well. But at the same time, I went to the nurse and got myself fixed up something like 3 times, which you can't do during daylight fighting times. So I'm just trying to generalize. Don't get me wrong. I agree with you. We should have won, and it's totally your fault that we didn't win. Um, let's join yellow, the team this time. Oh, you did? Huh? I didn't hear that. I heard, don't get me wrong, I fucked up. It's like, you know what? It's so pleasant to hear Zyonix admit to that. I'm just gonna bask. Ah, yes. I mean, I straight up, I'll be curious to hear the recording, but yeah, I totally didn't hear that. But I guess Zyonix admitting wrongness is straight up like Buddha orgasm. Yes, he admits it. He's wrong. So you were there just to keep the fight going, I guess? You don't want to take on the solar enemies or the lunar enemies. Got it. And again, I'm sexy. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, but you're the host, and usually, oh, that dragon hurts. Oh, I'm dead. Now you're sexy. I was gonna say at this point, just based on what's going on, I feel like I should make some beetle armor just so I can, you know, take hits. Hey, traveling merchant. Where's the traveling merchant? You do realize I have to fly there on my air car, right? No, I'm not taking. Oh, that's right. Well, I'm a stupid person too, so you know, embrace that aspect. And I come in, and I'm sexy instantly. Seriously, it's like I'm a woman. I see something sexy. I need to focus on this. Oh, you're playing a female character too. Let me guess. You're the sexy at any size, where I'm the legitimate sexy. Got it. I mean, I'm cool with that. Fucking hell. You. Congratulations. I'm proud of you. Yeah, no, I was just the target. No vortex. I died ignominiously. You scurried about like the pansy. But to be fair, if you survive, does it matter? Okay, so solar's on the far right. Stardust, which I think might be the range armor thing, is right middle. Nebula is left, middle, and sounds like it doesn't matter, so I'll just port home. Yeah, let's go left first. nuked. I believe those are called STDs, sub-tactical damage. Okay, to be fair, I was being stupid. I didn't find it. You told me to stop dicking off, so. I hate the solar events so much. Or I guess these are lunar events. What? So I got attacked by like 5 enemies that were almost dead. It's like, fucking, what, seriously? No, one of the things I love about this game is, even though we technically have some like 500 hours into it, we still look like morons like every step of the way. We've never taken on lunar events before, so kind of assuming that drop from Off-screen, non-existent enemy. Thank you, game. But of course. Fuck you. Mm-hmm. So apparently, I need to make turtle armor before I can make beetle armor. That may or may not have excess materials. Double entendre, yay! say, as far as I know, when it came to this shit, having protective boxes or what have you were useless. Oh, great. I ultimately got hit by, like, confusion or some shit. Which made me run into the ground and unable to get away from pain. Oh, this is where I was wondering, are we... And actually, since I think some of this will be saved... Fuck you, King. Fuck right in the hole. Kinda same. I mean, I want to finish off this stupid pillar at least. But yeah, that was actually gonna be my next big question is, when it comes down to it, what would the next game be, as it were? Icarus, Lost Ark. I know I. Well, no, I know I have another one in the. Oh, Monster Hunter Rise. That was the other one. I seriously was drawing a blank. Like, I know there was a third game, but as I've already said multiple times, I just. I mean, I wanna finish the goddamn game, but yeah, when it comes down to it, Monster Hunter Rise is not one I like or appreciate. It's decent in its own ways, but it just doesn't jive with me as much as World did. Like, we would run into some, like, what, 50 to 100 hours of World, and then that's when we start running into, okay, you know, we played this enough, we're gonna switch. Where Rise wasn't even 20 hours before I was like, yeah, how about other games? And it's kind of, fuck you. But there's a lot of little that I don't like when it comes to Monster Hunter Rise. Like, A, the fact that it's more artistic instead of realistic irritates me. Well, think about this. One of my big issues of the differences between Civilization 5 in Civilization 6 is the fact that uh Civilization 6 made made a lot of their uh characters and whatnot look cartoony, and I don't like that. I really don't. Well, I can be all right with that in certain aspects, but when it comes to Monster Hunter, you know what? I can understand that, and I can, yeah, no, I can understand that completely. But it was right there. I prefer things to maintain certain aspects of their originality, as it were. Civilization is something that's always been pushed to maintain, you know, a certain. Oh, you killed it already? Uh, Well, no, I just saw the thing saying, you know, paint, whatever. No, yeah. I, but yeah, now I'm ready to switch to either Icarus or, well, switch to another game. Let's put it that way. But yeah, yeah. Huh? Huh? Oh fuck! I am now.